Hello, I'm Will Bushy, the founder of Sioux Falls, and today I want to talk about some of those components that we're going to use on this upcoming project. Now, if you saw our challenge video, you kind of saw the final version, and I talked a little bit about each of the components. But I know this is new to a lot of people, and sometimes it's real confusing as to what do each of these components do. So I thought I would take a few minutes and just walk through some of those electronic components. So let's go ahead and head over to the bench, and we'll walk through each of them. So at the heart of our project is going to be the microcontroller, and that's this guy right here in the middle. This is known as an Arduino Nano, and this is just a little microcontroller. It has a USB port on the side. This can plug in, and it'll provide both power, but also allows us to program it from the computer. Now each of the kids will get one of these nanos, and this one I just have plugged directly into the breadboard. These are a little bit hard to get in and out, so I'll probably get those put in initially. But I like these microcontrollers because they do fit well within the breadboard and just make it a lot easier to prototype and build the circuit. So we're not dealing with a big controller, we're dealing with something very small, and then we also have the breadboard integrated in. Now, these breadboards work by allowing us to take the jumper wires and connecting from one pin over to something else. Or, for example, if we wanted to hook up our servo, we can plug that directly into the plug as well. So the breadboards just make it really easy so we don't have to solder everything together. So each kid will get a breadboard as well as a nano. And then we'll also have some other components. For this particular project, two of our main components that we've never used before are this one here. This is a PIR, or passive infrared sensor. The way this works is it can detect infrared or motion that appears in front of the lens. Now, if we just pop this lens off, you can see there's a little sensor underneath it, and it's very, very sensitive. And this lens is actually really important to get a good field of vision. But you'll find these in things like a security alarm or something that might just want to detect if there's an object in front of the camera that's moving. We will plug these directly into the breadboard, and we can then program it to trigger when the motion is detected. So each kid will get one of these. And then another component that we're using this time that we've never used before is this right here. Now, this is called a servo. Now, it's kind of like a little motor, except unlike a DC motor, this is very precise and it moves 180 degrees. In this little bag are some just different arms that fit on the top, depending on what you're doing with it. And you can see they've got holes in them, so if you want to hook some wires or string to them, you can. Now, these servos are pretty strong, so they'll pull quite a bit, but they're also very, very precise. And so if you wanted to say, I want to go from 0 to 90 degrees, it will do it perfectly every single time. So they're really fun. I think the kids are gonna have a good time. We can hook up different lasers on to them, or if they wanted to move an arm or something like that on a skeleton, they would be able to do that. Now, in addition to that, we've got a lot of other just general components like LEDs. You can never have enough LEDs on a project like this. Honestly, we have hundreds of LEDs each time we run one of these events. This time I bought, I think, 2,000 LEDs. I've got them in bags right here. We got some white, blue, red, and green. And I'll have some other colors available as well. So each kid will get a whole handful of LEDs, and then we'll also have these little coin cell batteries, which just make it super easy to test LEDs to make sure we've got them going the right direction, and we know what color they are if they're these clear ones. We also have some switches. We'll play around with these a little bit in one of the workshops so that kids can figure out how switches work. And then we'll also use a buzzer. And these buzzers are not speakers. You can't play an audio sound or a file through them, but they do buzz and you can adjust the tone. We'll include resistors so that we don't burn out our LEDs. And then the last component that we've got is this guy right here. This is a little red laser pointer, something you might find in a cat toy or maybe even just a regular laser pointer. They're nothing fancy. They're actually really inexpensive. They're a lot of fun. The kids can control them. They can turn the power on and off to the laser pointer very easily through the code, but we can also mount them on something. So if you think of like, if you want to put them in as eyes or something like that within the project, or if we want to move them around the room or shake them very fast, we can as well. We've used these before and they've been a huge hit, so I think the kids will really enjoy them. So there you have it. Those are all the components that we're going to be using. Every project and every kid isn't going to use every single one of those, although that would be kind of cool if they did. But like I said, we've got enough supplies for about 25 kids, so we'd love to get this camp completely full. And also, if there's any parents that are interested in helping out or joining with the kids, I've got a special opportunity on our sign up page for you to sign up and register as well. We'd love to have parents come and participate, and honestly a lot of the parents that do learn a lot and have a really good time. So head over to hackSiouxFalls.com. If you're interested, get signed up and get registered today. We've got a handful of seats available, but as the last couple events have shown, they usually sell out, so don't wait till the last minute. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a phone call or send me a message off of our website. So hackSiouxFalls.com. Look forward to seeing you at our upcoming event.